Welcome, everybody. I'm grateful and delighted you could be with us today. I'm Jen Baradi, a yoga and iRest mindfulness teacher. Some of you have regularly been joining our series. And I just want to welcome Courage Health and Wellness Community, CANAF Community, Canadian Alopecia Areata Foundation, and friends. And there'll be just a short intro, and then we're going to restore and rejuvenate with movement through chair yoga, and then restore and rejuvenate with slowing down through iRest guided mindfulness. And we'll finish with some questions and answers. And just a little background for those of you joining in for the first time today. Yoga and mindfulness practices continue to be researched and implemented by organizations around the world, by universities such as U of T and U of Ottawa, by military, including the Canadian Royal Military College and the Department of Defense in the US, by medical centers like Toronto General Hospital and CAMH. And over time, many benefits continue to be found, such as enhanced well-being of mind and body, ability to manage stress and anxiety better, regulating emotions and behavior. It's so important for people with autoimmune conditions like some of us. Relief of discomfort, in many cases chronic pain, and a better quality of sleep. My specialty, iRest Integrative Restoration, also science and evidence-backed, was developed by Dr. Richard Miller, a psychologist, researcher, yogic scholar, for Walter Reed National Medical Center and for the Virginia Department of Defense. And it's used internationally now in therapies, studios, homes, by all ages. And related to his quote here, maybe joining in today, giving yourself some time, you may feel even just a little more in touch with your innate sense of healing and a reconnection with yourself and everything around you as you finish off your work week. And beginning with practice of chair yoga. If you've never practiced chair yoga before, it's basically using a stable chair as a prop. And it's mostly seated for this 15-minute practice, just about. And feel free to take off your shoes or socks or leave them on, modifying any positions or poses, taking rest, listening to your body, following that Yoga Sutra, Svatiyaya, self-knowledge, and always following advice of your medical practitioners for any injuries. And you actually might find some of these seated movements comfortable, incorporating them while you're working or studying, doing these at your desk or on the sofa. And if any discomfort arises, just rest in your seat or stand and stretch. And I'm going to just switch cameras now. So find your comfortable chair. So we're relating and sensing through the third eye. And the third eye is found in the middle of the forehead. So maybe just taking your fingers now as you're drawing attention and energy towards that location, just gently massaging that area. Sometimes people get headaches in the temple area. Get some extra attention there. It's also called havening, which is like self-soothing and can release any stress or fatigue that might be in this area, anxiety. And as we're doing this havening, this self-soothing, let's start to bring our sankalpa. It's a vow or heartfelt purpose developing over time. And it's your why in the world. Your heartfelt desire is your purpose for getting up every morning. And for some people, maybe it's to serve, something like what I do. Could be using your talents. Maybe it's for being a source of unconditional love, offering joy and compassion, and just being curious of how that might manifest during our time together today. Okay, and just resting here for a little bit longer. Maybe just imagining the color indigo, rich purple and blue, just emanating from your third eye, connecting to everything around you, and then coming back and emanating and filling up your whole body, down to your toes and back up, out through the third eye. And then maybe imagining the scent of lemongrass, fragrant and flavorful, light. Starting to build the second part of Sankalpa, which is the intention. Your purpose for this practice and our time together that helps you with your heartfelt desire. So maybe it's related to our element of light in the third eye, decision-making, wisdom, imagination, and intuition. So building your own intention that might serve you today, while I offer one aloud for us all. I'm tuned in, following the path towards my purpose. I'm tuned in, following the path towards my purpose. I'm tuned in, following the path towards my purpose. Okay, and we're going to do a little bit of pranayama, some Udana prana, which is head breathing. And I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of people do this sort of shape while they're thinking. We're going to be using this shape for the Udana prana. And you can just visualize it too. There's power in that if this seems difficult. So following along, you're going to bring that and open up the chest. And inhaling through the nose with a count of 5. We're going to gaze up, pause for 5, exhaling through the mouth for 5. Okay, so let's try that together. And it's supposed to be good for memory, which I need. So let's see if that helps. Okay, so exhaling completely, belly to spine. Inhaling through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just notice if anything has changed. Maybe energy flowing. Maybe there's more room in your mind for wisdom to appear and decision making. Now let's continue with the Sankalpa, starting to build in the last part, which is called inner resource. It's another tool for bringing calm and ease, like a safe refuge that you can go to in a moment's notice. A real or imagined place, a memory, a person or activity may bring ease, enlivening it with your 5 senses. Maybe words bring that sense of ease, the word calm or quiet or peace. And noticing a felt sense that might appear. Maybe relaxation of the jaw, breath in the entire body, release of the belly, relaxation of the shoulders, the felt sense of your inner resource. Just know you can bring it if there's anything challenging that we're working with today, or even beyond in the rest of your day. Okay, so let's start to waken up the body. So just bring your arms out, out of the sockets and really feeling that extension. And then pulling them back, so broadening the chest. Then as you broaden the back, let's wake up the fingers. I love working on all the little bits and pieces in our body. So really pushing through the hands, the fingers, and then making fists really tight. You might even want to twist those, rotate. Let's bring the back in again one more time, and out one more time. You can do any last movements with your hands and fingers. So important. Okay, let's work with the feet and the legs now. So grounding in through one leg, gently bringing that ankle, engaging that foot all the way, and then bringing that palm. Open up the hip flexors and breathing here for a couple of breaths. Then you can start to find movement. Pointing the toe, flexing the ankle, maybe even rotating, whatever feels good for you. Maybe you haven't moved since this morning. Okay, and then making fists with your feet. Feels really good. Okay, let's do the other side. So gently bring that leg down, bring the other side up, and again, flex. Open up the hip flexor on this side and breathe. Feels really good. And then pointing the toe and flexing at the ankle. And just rotating, finding that movement. I hear a lot of cracking. And then making fists with your feet. Expanding through the toe pad, the arch. Feels really good. Ooh. Okay, good. I want to rock your hips. Just release that for a moment. Okay, let's open up the neck. You know, I love the neck. So bringing the one palm and the other hand behind your head as you kind of do a bit of a back bend and just open up at the chest, opening up at the armpit as well. And then start to draw that ear towards the shoulder. And then you feel the extension in the scalene and SCM, neck muscles. And it's just gently rotating. You can sense where you've got a bit of an ache, something that needs to be released. I feel it maybe in my traps as well. Okay. Oh, that feels really good. Let's do the other side. Same thing, opening up, breathing here. Yep, and then just drawing that ear, rotating as you get the different muscles on the other side. Feels really good. Okay, we'll do a little bit of twisting, and if it at all feels uncomfortable, you can just maybe rest your hand to your side. Otherwise, you can bring that one hand behind you and interlace it, and just feel how that is. You can let go a little bit if it's uncomfortable. And then rotating with that hand on the hip to the other side. And just breathing here, engage the core, lengthen the spine. Yep. Just keep opening up. All right, shake that loose a little bit and do whatever you did on the other side. So if you were just staying at one side or interlacing and breathing here, inhale to lengthen, exhale as you twist. Then just your hands kind of guiding you. And breathing here. The gaze follows. Maybe one more breath. And coming back. Oh, that feels pretty good. Okay, so you might want to release if you've been sitting, if this feels comfortable, doing that modified bridge. I love doing this when I've been sitting for a long time. Or just resting or stand up for a moment. We're going to do modified sun salutation A and add some poses that are also going to bring attention to our third eye. So we'll do it slowly first and just do what you can in modifying and resting when you need to. Okay, so finding Tadasana, Samastitihi, the starting position. Ankle under the knees, hips under the shoulders, right? Engage the core, vertebrae by vertebrae. And you should feel all your muscles working just here, starting position. Maybe bring back that intention again. Maybe you'll find some body wisdom, imagination even. So as you inhale, palms touch and breathing here for 3 breaths. Shoulders down your back. Exhale, forward fold, just to where it feels comfortable for you. This might be you. Maybe you can go deeper. And just breathe here for 3. Last breath, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. So shoulders away. You're making one long plank from the head to the waist. Yeah, so it could be higher, just depends on your body. Breathe here. Okay, one more breath. Exhale, forward fold again, wherever you were last time. Or if you want to go a little deeper, breathe through it. One more breath. So we're going to inhale. We're going to come up into like a plank. So kind of like what we did earlier when we're waking up the body. Bring those arms out of the socket. Yep. And then as if you're doing a plank in the air. And breathe here for a couple more breaths. Last breath. Okay. And with strength, you're going to bring those arms hugging your sides and coming into, it's like a chaturanga, and then into a cobra. And gaze up, still engaging the belly, and just breathing here for 3 breaths. Wonderful. Inhale, arms up, warrior 1. Arms can be out of the socket, really extending the arms. And then as you exhale, we're going to be doing something like this or wherever it feels comfortable for you behind your back. So like a pyramid pose. So inhale to lengthen, a bit of a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Feeling it in your hip flexors. Just a 45-degree angle, really. Shoulders away from the ears, and breathe here for 2 more breaths. Hopefully you're waking up and your body's energizing. And releasing the arms, coming into an even broadening of the chest. More. Warrior 3. 2 more breaths. And as your hands come to your lap, we're going to be kind of doing sort of a mix between goddess and a yogi squat. So hands come together, and if this is comfortable for you, you can lift your toes. Yeah, it's a big external hip flexor and adductor, lengthening, strengthening your quads and your calves. A couple more breaths. Yeah, engage that core because you want to be strong in your torso. One more breath. Okay, beautiful. And come back. We're going to do it one more time and just doing it with one breath. So just find your center again. Find your alignment. You can always release if you need to. You can take a quick moment if you need to as well. Okay. Vertebrae by vertebrae, opening up. So inhale, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Okay, so coming up, we're going to come into that plank, really strong. Exhaling through chaturanga and coming into that upward facing cobra. Wonderful. And then warrior one, inhale. And as you exhale, finding that behind your back for pyramid pose. Yeah. And then inhale and exhale, warrior three. Breathe here. Exhaling. So moving your feet like into that quad yogi squat. And just breathe here for just a moment. Good job. Okay. Wonderful. So delight in that. How does your body feel now? Is there more energy, vibrance? Maybe you've connected to your intuition and your body wisdom. Maybe there's more space for decision making and imagination. Just being curious during our time together. Coming back to that intention you made at the beginning of the practice, tuning in, following the path towards your purpose. Okay, I'm gonna go switch to the other mode and we're gonna do the guided meditation. Okay, so if you wanna get a paper or anything in case any insights arise, that'd be great. So I'd like to invite you all now to experience an iRest integrative restoration guided mindfulness practice. It supports the nervous system, the rest, renew, heal response, decreased heart rate, decreased stress hormone cortisol, and a deeper relaxation. You'll be guided by my voice and positioning your body however feels the most comfortable and brings ease. You can rest or stay alert. All possibilities are welcomed. And just come as you are for about 15 minutes iRest guided practice. I'll be following the 10-step protocol that you might have become familiarized during our series, including the Sankalpa that we did during the chair yoga, intention, heartfelt desire, and a resource. We'll be scanning through what we call in yoga the layers or sheaths: breath, body, emotions, thoughts, joy, I, ego, sahaj, which is pure awareness, enlightenment. And if at all you feel any discomfort, just open your eyes or ground your feet firmly. Find movement. Settling in with your eyes open or closed. Taking a few moments here. Sense your entire body. Coming and going of your breath. Caress of air on your skin. Environment and sounds around you. Just welcoming them in into perception. Noticing as they dissolve. Welcome any colors, scents, textures of the surfaces you're resting on. Ground beneath you. Make any adjustments at all to bring calm and well-being throughout your body and mind. And if any sounds arise, just welcoming them without attaching. During iRest, meet every experience as messengers, welcoming each perception to unfold completely, just as it is. Experience your heart's deepest desire, longing, contribution, purpose for this lifetime, your why in the world. Maybe serving others with your talents and gifts. Offering unconditional love through patience and compassion. Experience and affirm the felt sense of your longing, contribution, purpose as true in the moment. Experience your intention. One that supports you in realizing your heartfelt desire during this practice or in your everyday life. Perhaps for tuning into imagination, decision making, intuition, wisdom. Might you follow the path towards your purpose? Remembering and inviting your intention for today's practice with your whole body and mind. Welcome in your inner resource, a safe haven, refuge that helps you feel secure and at ease. Perhaps imagery enlivened by your five senses. Imagined a real place, memory, activity, people bring ease. Perhaps words, calm, peace, quiet. And a felt sense, maybe relaxation of the shoulders, release of the belly, breath in the entire body. Recognizing and reassuring that you can come back to your inner resource whenever you feel the need for calm and well-being. And the sounds come in, not attaching, just noticing as they dissolve. As your attention wanders through your body, without thinking or analyzing anything, sensing the jaw, mouth, nose, ears, eyes, forehead, arms, palms, and fingers, torso and pelvis, legs, feet, and toes. Without needing to fix or change anything. Sensing the entire body as spacious awareness. Be aware of the body breathing itself. All the while, sounds floating in and out without attachment. Breath is abundance, movement of sensation and energy. The felt sense of your inner resource of calm and well-being as breath naturally flows in and out of the body. Noticing and welcoming emotions and thoughts that are present in your body and mind. Without judging your experience just as it is. Feeling in complete harmony with yourself and the world around you. Sense an inner smile, welcoming joy and simply being, spacious and aware. Set aside the thinking mind. Dissolve into pure being, unchanging awareness. Reflecting now upon the journey you've just taken. Welcome and affirm unchanging awareness in which everything is emerging, expanding, and floating away. Imagine going about your everyday life, sensing and affirming how in each moment you always know the precise and perfect response to each situation that you encounter in your life. Take your time now as you transition back into your waking life. Welcoming the environment and sounds around you. Finding movement, wiggling fingers and toes. When it feels right, opening and closing your eyes several times. All the while allowing the feeling of well-being to remain with you as you're moving back into your everyday life. Come fully back to your eyes open, wide awake, and to this present moment. Attentive, aware, and grateful for taking this time for yourself in the practice of iRest. So thank you for joining in on a Tranquil Thursday. And I just want to open this up to any questions or comments that you might have. Maybe you've been joining in regularly, or it's your first time. Anything you'd like to share or you noticed, insights about the chair yoga or the iRest mindfulness practice? Thanks. Yeah, I see that someone's been using some of the resources we've been talking about in previous series, and yeah, I'm glad they're helping. The chair yoga's okay. The chair yoga is bringing some more movement and it's becoming more familiar, and you're using it in your own time too. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for making the time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. So take care.